911, what's your emergency?
Hello, I need help. It's my mom.
It was a regular night. It was July 11th. I went to work. I was working at the YMCA. I came back. My dad had picked me up.
I go to the house and drop Gabby off, and her mom was upstairs. I knocked on the bedroom door. She told me to come in. I've never shared this story with Gabby, so I could tell that something was going on in her voice. She leaned on me and leaned on my chest, and she just started crying about just things that we dealt with in the past and that led to our separation. She said, well, I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I truly didn't want things to end the way that they did. We were sitting there talking, and she said that she was gonna go to sleep. And I said, well, if you can't sleep, give me a call. And I left. I drove home. It was an hour. I wasn't in the house more than 20 minutes. And Gabby calls me.
I said, hey, Dad, I think Mom hurt herself. I just heard a noise, and I think she hurt herself. He said, okay, call the cops, call the ambulance.
I told her, don't try to go in the bedroom. Go downstairs. And I'm on my way.
Call the ambulance. I said, I think my mom just shot herself without realizing what I had just said.
Shamika was gone from the house by the time I made it there. And when I walked out, that was my last time seeing her alive.
I would have told her to not give up, keep fighting the fight, and we could have made it through it together. After everything, and we realize this is our reality and this is what we have to do. What are the best steps that we can take moving forward? And nothing, absolutely nothing else mattered in this world but making sure that Gabby was where she needed to be. She experienced so much. That was like another type of anger that I didn't even know I had inside of me. I just didn't want to be bothered by God. I didn't want to talk to him no more.
She came out to my cousin's house where I was, and we had a little bedroom, a small bedroom there. And we would sit there and we would just hug and reminisce. But I promise you, the roles were, I told you Gabby just had this nurturing spirit. The roles were reversed. She was consoling me while I'm laying in the bed saying, it's gonna be okay, Dad. We're gonna get through this. Mom's not hurting anymore. It was just so encouraging to hear it coming from a little girl.
My mom had recently passed away in 2020. It was just like God was like, push your doubts to the side, push your questions to the side and help her. So in that moment, we became grief partners.
It broke our heart, but just understanding that we got to be there with Gabby. That was the most important thing at the moment.
I mean, it was literally days after Shamika passed away.
You know, you just start assuming that like this is gonna be something that changed the plan.
Unanimously, it was a decision that was a no-brainer.
And it was really a conversation that I had with her father that kind of gave me this perspective of like, oh wait, like UFX is the space where one can process this.
With everything going on, God just gave us this peace, this understanding that UFX
is where Gabby needed to be that year.
I don't know about that. You said you felt hated that first night. Talk about what did you feel that first night?
That first night, those words, it hit deeper than usual. It meant more. Everything just came out at once. I just fell and started crying. I remember being held by my friend Akayla, and she was just holding me, and I was just letting it all out. During the sermon, they were speaking, and when he was speaking, there was just certain key points that pointed out.
Jesus, step into it and really be surrounded in love.
I'm just so blessed to know that my daughter knows who Christ is and how important Christ is. Yes, she's still a kid. She's figuring out life. But at the same time, she understands where her faith is and where her hope comes from.